Alright guys, in this episode we're going to be talking about Booksmart, the directorial debut from Olivia Wilde. We're going to see if she has what it takes to jump behind the camera in what a lot are calling the female Superbad. So I'm going to let you guys know, is that comparison accurate? Is it a complete ripoff of that film? Or is it a new cool modern twist on the film? I'm going to let you guys know in a second, so without further ado, let's get to some Flicks Talk. What's going on, Flicks Talkers? Welcome back to Flicks Talk Podcast. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about Booksmart, the quirky comedy to kick off summer 2019. Now, this film did come out May 24th, 2019. It is rated R, and it has a runtime of 1 hour and 42 minutes. Now, this movie did hit the San Francisco film circuit back in April 2019, and it was gaining a lot of buzz and marketed as the female Superbad. Now, like I said before, making her directorial debut is Olivia Wilde, the actress that we know from Tron Legacy. She's jumping behind the camera and kind of giving her take in what she was quoted as getting some inspirations from The Breakfast Club and Dazed and Confused, just to name a few. Now, also behind the cameras, this film is executive produced by Will Ferrell and Adam McKay, so we have some really big names behind this film, guys, as well as some fresh faces, at least for me, in front of the camera. Now, I think it's notable to say that this film has 4 female writers, and I think that's awesome because it really does fit the whole realm and relatability to these characters in the film. Also, one of those writers is Susanna Fogel, who last year did The Spy Who Dumped Me, which we went to go see in theaters, and I actually thought that was a really funny movie, and the writing was really good. Alright, so this film does star Caitlin Dever as Amy, Beanie Feldstein as Molly, as well as cameos from Jason Sudeikis, Will Forte, Lisa Kudrow, and Diana Silvers, just to name a few. Now, this film does take place in LA, and we are on the eve of the class of 2019 graduation. So right away we're introduced to Amy and Molly, who definitely have a lot of chemistry, and we can see that they've been best friends for a long time. And even though they're on the last day of school right before graduation, they're focused more on their future and not living in the moment, the present, which everyone around them is. So through a situation of unfortunate events, Molly finds out that everybody around her is getting into good colleges, and this throws her for a shock because she was prejudging everyone based on what they looked, how they acted, that she would be the only one getting into a good college because in all of her 4 years, she prepped for this moment. So once Molly comes to the realization that, you know what, Amy and her spent all of their 4 years in high school studying so damn hard, and they couldn't find that balance between having a social life, they decide in a final desperate attempt to go out and experience some fun times at the biggest graduation party thrown by the most popular kid in school. So that's pretty much what we have in a nutshell for this film, guys, without getting into any spoilers. And I'll just say, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but this movie really is the female Superbad. I mean, you have the dynamic of the two characters, Amy being more of the Michael Cera character, and Molly more of the Jonah Hill character. And ironically, on a side note, Beanie's older brother is Jonah Hill in real life. Yeah. Now, saying that, does that take anything away from this film? Not at all. I think they did an amazing job. The chemistry worked well, like I said. It was just more of the situations that they were getting in that was very super baddie. I mean, you get a lot of the same raunchy jokes, just more from a female perspective. You get them trying to be accepted by the cool kids and go to this party, which also happened in Superbad. So once you guys realize that Superbad really didn't come out that long ago, guys, you can't help but think that Olivia Wilde got the inspiration from Superbad. There's even a scene at the end of this film when Amy and Molly have a huge argument, and it is the exact scene for scene rip, guys, from Superbad, where Michael Cera and Jonah Hill are having a disagreement. Not to mention that it was very predictable who was going to hook up with who and what was going to happen following those events. So in that sense, I felt like it really was like Superbad. I think my main gripes with this film was the actual construction of the story, not to mention that it takes place in Southern California, like Superbad. If the originality was a little better or some of the situations were a little different, guys, I think I would have gave this a higher score, but the writing wasn't too bad. I mean, it definitely fit these characters. They were someone that were really invested into their schoolwork, so they were a little bit nerdy, more of the artsy type, but I mean, once they kind of blossomed and broke out of their shell, they were very fun characters, and I did have fun with the movies. Even though I wasn't laughing uncontrollable throughout the whole movie, it did have its moments where I was busting out laughing. And I still think that this is an awesome directorial debut by Olivia Wilde, so I'm not taking anything away from her. That being said, I had a lot of fun with some of the side cast members that they had. In particular, Billie Lourd, who played Gigi. She was a really funny character that just kept popping up throughout the whole movie. She was someone that I couldn't really tell if she was just naturally high or actually high, but throughout the whole movie you get to see a lot of her, and she actually has a huge influence on the girls and the decisions they make throughout the night. Also, this kid Jared, played by Skylar Gisondo, I thought he was extremely funny. Once again, we kind of get to see him pop out throughout the movie, and when I saw the interaction with him and Molly, I kind of definitely predicted the ending of this film. So overall, guys, even though this does fit the cookie cutter mold of a comedy teenage angst film, I gotta say, if I was watching this maybe at 18 or 19 years old, I would have an outrageous summer time with it, guys. I would be telling all my friends. I'd probably be watching this with a group of my friends and talking about it afterwards. But since I'm not that young and I'm in my 30s now, some of the situations, especially the raunchy ones, were those that I really didn't experience when I was that young. So I think this is not really in my demographic, but I'm not gonna knock it too much and change my overall score. So the film of Booksmart, I gotta give an overall 7 out of 10, saying definitely go watch it. It's a popcorn movie, but don't expect to go watch this with your family and take your teenage kids, because it is a little awkward in a couple situations. Alright guys, what did you think of Booksmart, or are you planning to see it this Memorial Day weekend? Let me know, guys, in the comments below your thoughts. Let's get a dialogue started, and hit that thumbs up if you guys did like this video, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe and bell notification as always to get notified about content like this. Alright, thank you so much, guys. Till next time, I'm gone. Peace.